We won't even. We'll just go right into. We won't take a commercial break here. We're just going to go right into this movie. But before we get right into the movie, let us talk the numbers as we always do in this show.
No.
So
No
first
commercial
off,
break?
do you want a commercial break?
No.
Okay.
Let's get this over with. Rip the Band-Aid off, Dave.
So opening weekend for this movie, as of right now, as this show is live, Box Office Mojo has them at 26 million.
Worldwide.
Worldwide for Kraven the Hunter.
That's on a movie that supposedly cost 110 million to make.
Yes.
With Hollywood accounting.
Yes. Which obviously that does not include marketing. And this movie was marketed fairly heavy. So and now here's where this is going to start. Oh, go ahead.
Well, one other piece of news before you go on. It was only like 4 days ago, I think I texted you that they had pulled Kraven from a quarter of all the theaters that it was supposed to play in, because they saw the numbers and they decided that reruns of Elf would make more money than this.
And that's the thing. That's movie theaters making that decision, not Sony. I feel like, because I think the movie theaters were like, we want to make money over the holidays. And they thought, a superhero movie, we're going to make money. Obviously, no. Now, here's where things get interesting, boys and girls. Over on Rotten Tomatoes, we're going to start there first. It has a critic score of 15%. Like, that's really bad. But it has an audience score of 72%. So, of all 50 people who've seen this, or 100 people that have seen this, 72 liked it.
And just remember that Madam Web had 11% on the thermometer and 55% audience
score.
So,
and then we did do our patented audience poll over on Twitter, and we asked, what did you think of Kraven? And the options were, it was amazing, pun on Amazing Spider-Man. It was good, it was meh, and it was awful. The lowest one, but 3.7%, was it was good. The second lowest one was it was awful at 7.4%. Then it was meh at 18.5%, and it was amazing. Got 70.4%. So people seem to like this movie, and I'm not gonna hate on it.
Yes, you are.
But here you go. All right. So John, non-spoiler, when you came out of the theater, what was your reaction to the movie?
Well, first, bring up Thronkill's last thing. I just got to make a comment. Thronkill says, dude, Kassan, can you imagine on a Sony Echo spinoff? To which I would reply, are you trying to summon Cthulhu? Really? Really? Okay. Right. So what did I think of this movie? I think that there are the bones of an actual good movie in this movie. The only problems are A, it was made by Sony. B, whatever team is doing the ADR for these movies, they should fire the entire team and hire all new people. And C, if this movie hadn't been a Spider-Man universe movie, they could have just called it The Hunter, spent a little more time on it, you're refining the storyline a little bit, and it would have been great. There were parts of this I really, really enjoyed. And it was quite brutal in some places too. So, but again, it's the biggest chains holding it down are the fact that it was related to Spider-Man, which meant that Sony had to stick in too many bad guys into the damn thing, and the ADR sucked, and you could see, like, they had some really great sequences, and then you hit a part where you're like, okay, they chopped the hell out of that, and then people turning around and lots of ADR. So but there are bones of a good movie in this, and I can see why, the audience scores 72% on Rotten Tomatoes. I can actually understand that, because there were parts of this movie where I was actually kind of excited, especially when Kraven was like jumping around buildings and going after going after the villains, whatever. It had some good bones in there. What about you, Dave?
In a world where the Fast and Furious movies all make like $1 billion, I can
And the
see why this
Transformers.
movie. Right, I can see why this movie is loved. And here's my initial reaction. In all honesty, and I'm trying to like be fair. If I knew nothing, if I was not a comic book fan, and I knew nothing of Spider-Man, and I went and watched this movie, I would go, this was, I'm not going to say great, but this was a decent action movie, a decent superhero movie, right? Like you have to say, Kraven's movie is a superhero with the powers that they give him. Knowing these comic book characters, I'm like, nothing like the comics. None of these characters are correct. Like they're the characters in name only, but this is not Kraven from the comics. This is not Chameleon from the comics. This is not Rhino from the comics. These were all changed to make this movie work. Where I kind of feel like
the Foreigner was he didn't have the same powers as he's supposed to have, right?
Yeah, like he has minor hypnotic powers in the comics. He's a minor character that's been used 3 or 4 times in the comics. He's not like why they threw him in, it was like weird to me. They didn't need to do that. I don't know. He didn't add anything to the story. He wasn't crucial to anything that happened in this movie. I have no idea why he was in it. Like it made no sense. It's not like his powers changed anything. It's not like they needed him to stop Kraven or anything like that. The addition of the Foreigner was just stupid, in my opinion.
I feel like Sony.
Yeah, we had a character we wanted to use and we threw him in. It's like, okay. Now, if you threw everything away and made this a James Bond movie, it kind of would work. It's in some ways like take some of the supernatural elements out of it. Like this is kind of like a James Bondish type superhero, like action movie. So,
Kassan says Kraven killed Mufasa. No, that was Aslan. He killed Aslan. Yeah, actually, I kind of agree with you, Dave. Except that they could have left the supernatural elements in. And again, as long as they didn't bring in like MCU characters, they could have just called this the Hunter. It could have been a neat little. This guy gains powers and gets revenge on the bad guys, whatever, and it would have been great.
I say this movie comes out called The Hunter, no ties to Marvel whatsoever, and it's a blockbuster. But I feel like
I totally agree. If this hadn't been tied to the Spider-Man universe, and they let it percolate a little bit more, and there was because it's a Spider-Man universe thing, there was obvious studio intervention, right, and packing of the villains, everything. If they hadn't done that, this would have started another like trilogy or something.
Yeah,
and it would have done way better. Yes.
All right, you know what? We're dangerously close to spoiler territory, so I'm gonna. Okay, so we're both kind of like mid on this movie. Like, I don't think we necessarily hate. Well, I don't necessarily hate it. I don't necessarily love it. It's not a terrible movie. So that's what we think. Not spoiler. Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.